Hey YouTubers, it's Michaela again. In case many of you have not known, the video that I posted before was about what had happened to me and my struggle in life. So that's kind of just an overview of what I've been going through. Today I'm going to be talking about alcohol and tattoos. So let's get started. First of all, let's talk about alcohol. I started drinking when I was 19. I've never officially gotten drunk. I've gotten buzzed a few times. I've drank with family members. I've taken shots with my friends that I had when I worked at Savers in Nampa. And I kind of got in the habit of, I feel like I can't have fun without a drink. And to me, that's honestly stupid. And I apologize for my sniffing. It's kind of cold outside here. And it's wintertime. But anyway, back to the alcohol. I just feel like I need to get this out there. You don't need to go out and drink and get drunk just to have fun. You can have friends without going to get drunk. Yes, bars are a social area that a lot of people like to go to. Some people do end up meeting their soulmates there. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. You just have to watch out for those people. So when you go out drinking, make sure it's not by yourself. Make sure that you are with at least one other person, if not two. Go with a group of friends and kind of stay together. If a guy buys you a drink, do not accept it, because there's the date rape drugs. There's roofie is actually one of them. It's one of the most common ones. And just be safe out there, you guys. Alcohol is something I don't want to be a part of my life anymore. I may occasionally, if a friend wants to go out, I'll probably get a virgin margarita or a virgin sunset, which, by the way, those are really good, just saying. But it's just not something I want to be a part of my life anymore. It hurts my stomach, it hurts my head, and I'm just letting you guys know that I have made the personal decision to no longer drink. Because it's not fun. I have my water. Okay, on to tattoos. This might be a longer segment because I absolutely love tattoos. In case you guys haven't seen, I've been kind of waving around this tattoo. I have 3 total so far. My plan originally was to get 6, but as with tattoos, your mind changes, and it's kind of just a tough decision. With this first tattoo, it's an anchor, as you can see. The reason it looks kind of weird is because my wrist is twisting. If it was normal, you could see that's what it's supposed to look like. And it took me about a year to decide to actually get this, which I encourage you guys, especially for your first tattoo, at least wait a year and keep thinking of that tattoo. Like with this, I saw pictures of anchors all the time. I researched it. I read in the Bible about anchors, and with this specific one, I had it as the background on my phone. I had it as my cover photo on Facebook, and it was just everywhere. And so I finally decided to get it. The reason I got this tattoo was because it represents God to me. He is my anchor, and he's always there for me no matter what happens in my entire life. And each person has their own meaning for their tattoos. My second tattoo is a heartbeat. It's kind of twisted again. Let's see if I can get it normally. There we go. And I got this one about a month after this one. This one represents what happened to me this past year. In the video that I posted right before this one, I explained what happened to me. And so if you have not seen that video and you're watching this, I would encourage you to click on that and find out more about it. I try to keep these videos positive and uplifting, but sometimes, you know, you kind of need to get down to earth. But with that, after you've watched the video below, you can come back to this one. And the reason I got it is because that happened to me, and I did get to a point where I almost committed suicide myself. But I got this to remind me that I made it through that time in my life. My heart is still beating today because I was able to make it through that horrible time in my life, and I struggle each day, but I know that I can make it. And my third tattoo is this right here. It is a cross underneath, kind of underneath my collarbone right now. Oh, there it is. This is my collarbone. It's kind of underneath of it right here. And the reason I got the cross, yes, I am a Christian, in case for those of you who didn't know. I specifically got this to remind me of forgiveness. No matter what happens in my everyday life, I'm always forgiven. If I curse, if I say something wrong, if I accidentally hurt someone, I know I'm always forgiven no matter what happens. And that's not to say that I can go living my everyday life and doing whatever the heck I want to. No, it just means when I make mistakes, I will always be forgiven. Now, drumroll please. Da, 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 da. My next tattoos that I'm going to get, my next one is going to be a lotus flower. And for those of you who do not know about lotus flowers, they grow in the mud and they bloom the most beautiful flowers. I mean, what flower do you know of grows in the mud and then literally just grows out of the mud? And I will be getting it right here, not on the crease of my elbow because that would hurt so bad. Right here. It's going to be facing this way, kind of, growing out of my little elbow. And the reason I'm getting it is because how it grows. I will go through mud in my life. Every single day is a battle. Every single day is harder than the next sometimes. But with this, it's a reminder. I'm growing through the mud, but I'm going to come out on the other end. I'm going to bloom into a beautiful flower. And that's kind of the basic representation. No matter what happens, I can look at that and know that tomorrow will be a better day. And some of you might be confused because I already have this one, but this was just representing one of the hardest times in my life. When I get this one, it'll represent basically every hard time in my life, from when I was a little kid to today to 50 years from now. It's going to show me that I will always come out on the other side. And the next tattoo I'm going to be getting after that is going to be a memorial tattoo for my first dog, Dory. She was my very first dog ever, and so I figured it would be appropriate to get a tattoo of memorializing her. I'm between two designs. There's one of the paw print and her name, or it's an infinity symbol with a paw print and a heart, and then her name. And I will be planning on getting that on this forearm or underneath this collarbone to be closer to my heart. And so, for those of you who want to get a tattoo but don't know how to go about it, research. Walk into tattoo parlors, talk to them. Don't ever be afraid to ask questions at all. Just be open and honest with them. Tell them what you want. Tell them your ideas. Some people go in and make a quick decision, but I would encourage you, if it's your first tattoo, do what I did. Research everything. Make sure it symbolizes something for you. At least I think that it's permanent, and I feel like it should mean something to you, but it's your own personal decision. Make sure you have the idea for at least 6 months to a year. Have it as your background on your phone, your cover photo on Facebook. Just make sure that you really want that, and then save your money because you have to pay for quality tattoo. I love you guys. If you have any comments about this video, things I can do better, questions more about my tattoos, or maybe helping me decide which memorial tattoo to get for my dog, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.